Imagine that you have something big in mind. Your goals are so high that they seem almost unattainable. And the moment you want to share it with the world, the question arises, is it necessary to do so? After all, success loves silence. You may have noticed that as soon as you share your plans, they start to fall apart like sand between your fingers. Why does this happen? We tend to share our dreams and plans in the hope of approval. We expect people to support us. But in reality, every extra glance can weaken our resolve. Have you ever wondered why great people prefer not to talk about their plans? Why they hide their intentions and act in silence? Because this is the way to success. Because this is how they protect their energy from external influences. Secrecy envelops them like armor, and they go to their goal in silence, without demanding applause. This is the art of silence, which allows you to focus on the process, not on the words. In this video, I'll share with you why you should keep your plans a secret, why your success loves silence, and how by refusing to talk, you can accomplish more than ever. You'll learn how silence can be your best ally on the path to your goal. How keeping a secret gives you a power that is imperceptible to others, but incredibly powerful to you. After all, actions speak much louder than words, don't they? Right now you could be on the cusp of something great. But will you be able to keep that power within you? Can your dreams become a reality if you don't tell a single person about them? This question is important, and the answer could be the turning point in your life. In the next installment, we'll look at why you shouldn't reveal your plans and how it could be the key to your success. Every time a new idea or goal ignites inside us, the first urge that arises is to tell the world about it, to share that spark, as if its power depends on how many people find out about your plan. But why is this urge so strong? Why are we so eager to reveal our intentions to those around us? It's not just human nature, but something much deeper, our desire for approval and recognition. We live in a world where external validation has become the measure of success. Social media, likes, comments, all this makes us seek instant reactions from others. When we share our plans, we don't just talk, we subconsciously seek validation that our path is the right one. We need someone to say, "Yeah, that's great, you're doing great." This reinforces our confidence in our own abilities. But herein lies the trap. The feeling of approval from others can give us a false sense of progress. When we talk about our plans, our brain already perceives them as half done. This creates the illusion that we have already done something. We feel more successful, even though we haven't actually taken a single step yet. This phenomenon psychologists call the false completion effect. Our brain gets the signal that the process has begun and we can relax. But in reality, this can only slow us down on our way to our goal. In addition, when we talk about our plans, we unconsciously begin to adjust to the expectations of others. Our goals begin to be transformed to please others. We stop following our own path and begin to depend on the opinions of others. This throws us off course because each person sees the world differently, and if someone does not understand your plan, their words can affect your confidence. They can make you doubt your abilities, even if previously you were fully confident of success. But imagine what would happen if you kept your goals a secret. It would change everything. No one could question your intentions. No one could undermine your faith. You would be protected from outside influences as if you were wearing an invisible armor. This is the power of silence. You become independent of opinions and evaluations. Your energy is not dissipated by words, and it remains focused on action. Silence is not a weakness. It is a strength that allows you to focus on what is really important. When you are silent, you protect your goal. You protect your inner world from outside noise, and that gives you an advantage. When no one knows about your plans, you have no extra pressure, and you move toward your goal at your own pace. But then why is it so hard to resist the temptation to tell? The answer is simple: we are afraid of the unknown. We fear that our plans might fail and hope that discussing them with others will somehow save us from that failure. We seek not only approval, but also support that will make us feel safe. But in reality, this support can weaken our resolve. After all, by discussing our plans, we lose the energy we could put into action. Real success comes only when your actions speak for you, when you work in silence and the results begin to speak for themselves. This gives you strength and confidence that no one can undermine. You become the master of your destiny. So silence is not just a way to protect your plans, it is a strategic choice that gives you control over your life. When you are silent, you control your energy, directing it to what really matters. This is the art of silence. You learn to keep the power within you, without giving it to the judgment and evaluation of others. Now that we've realized why it's so important to keep your goals secret, let's move on to how to learn how to do it. How you can apply the art of silence to your life and what it will do for you in the long run. The art of silence. How silence becomes your most powerful weapon. Silence. It seems so simple, but in reality it is one of the most complex and powerful skills we can master. Many of us are used to constant communication. We live in a world where words and information circulate non-stop. We talk about our successes, our plans, share our achievements, but it is in this storm of sounds and words that the true power of silence is lost. To understand why silence is such an important tool on the road to success, we need to go back to its very beginning. Silence does not mean inaction. It is a state of inner concentration, a moment when you stop needing validation from the outside and focus on what really matters. It is your inner sanctuary where you build your strategy, your power, your path. Silence allows you to control your thoughts and emotions. When you are silent, you have the opportunity to listen. But not to the world around you, but to yourself. You become more aware of your true desires and goals, which are often hidden beneath the surface of daily worries and hustle. Silence helps you clear your mind of unnecessary distractions and focus on what is important. It is this concentration that becomes your most powerful weapon. While others waste their energy talking, you channel it inward. While others expect praise for every move you make, you move forward without asking for recognition. This creates a huge difference between those who talk and those who do. And if you learn this art, you can achieve what many think is impossible. But how do you learn to be silent? How do you use it to your advantage? The answer lies in practice. Like any art, the skill of silence requires practice and patience. Start small. Set a goal of not telling anyone but yourself about your plans. Keep a journal where you write down your thoughts, but do not share them with anyone else. Gradually, you will feel your inner strength growing. Inner silence will allow you to stay focused and not be distracted by outside opinions and noises. Every time you are tempted to tell your plan to someone, remind yourself, this is a waste of energy. Instead of talking, take a step forward. Let your actions become your voice. After all, words can easily be forgotten, but results cannot. People will always remember what you did, not what you promised. In addition, silence gives you an advantage over others. When no one knows about your plans, you remain out of competition. You have no unnecessary expectations, no pressure that can lead you astray. You act from your inner strength, not depending on other people's opinions. This makes you more confident and decisive. Silence becomes your shield that protects you from external influences. But perhaps the most important thing about the art of silence is the ability to listen. When you are silent, you learn to listen not only to yourself, but also to the world around you. You begin to notice details that previously escaped your attention. You better understand people, their motivations and actions. Silence opens up a new level of perception that becomes your key tool for success. However, the art of silence is not about total isolation from the world. It is about choosing when and with whom to share your thoughts. It is a conscious choice not to throw words around, but to use them only when they are really needed. The Stoics said, "First do, then speak." And therein lies great wisdom. When your results speak for you, you don't need to prove anything else with words. Silence also gives you control over yourself and your situation. When you are silent, you retain your initiative. You don't depend on other people's opinions, and you don't waste time explaining yourself. It makes you stronger and more confident because you are acting on your own beliefs and not on the expectations of others. This is the key to true freedom. In this way, silence becomes your most powerful weapon. It helps you maintain your inner focus, concentrate your energy, and achieve your goals faster. It's an art that few people master, but those who have mastered it are always ahead of the curve. They don't waste time on empty words. They do. And their success is inevitable because it's based on action, not talk. How to maintain silence and discipline the path to continuous progress. Silence is not a temporary state. It requires constant monitoring and inner discipline. But how do you maintain silence in the long run when the whole world is asking you to talk about your achievements? How do you maintain that calm and focus without giving in to the temptation to be noticed? The answer is discipline. And it is discipline that becomes the foundation upon which the entire process of achieving success is built. When you learn to remain silent, the next step is to develop the habit of discipline. Without it, silence will turn into empty inaction. Discipline is the thread that connects your inner strength with real action. It is a continuous work on yourself, which requires patience and self-control. Why is discipline so important? Because success doesn't come instantly. It's built on consistent steps, on small daily victories. And it requires not just the desire to achieve something, but the ability to remain resilient in the face of difficulty. Silence helps you maintain focus, but discipline is the energy that propels you forward, even when the going gets tough. To maintain silence and discipline, it's important to realize that every day matters. Every day is an opportunity to take a step forward. But when you are silent about your goals, you need to remind yourself of them yourself. Don't let silence become a void. Keep a journal, plan your steps, analyze your progress. This will help you stay on track without getting derailed by unnecessary conversations and distractions. Psychologists say that building habits takes time, and discipline is also a habit. At first it seems like something difficult and inaccessible, but as you practice it every day, you'll start to notice how it becomes easier to hold your concentration. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs to be trained. But over time, it gets stronger and stronger, and you'll start to feel how it changes your life. It's also important to remember that discipline is not just about work and effort. It's also about taking care of yourself. You won't be able to move forward for long if you don't pay attention to your condition. Sleep, nutrition, and rest are all important elements of your success. Strong discipline includes the ability to not only work hard, but also to recover in time. The Stoics always emphasize the importance of harmony between body and spirit. If you want to maintain discipline and silence, you need to watch your inner balance. One way to maintain discipline is to create daily rituals. When you incorporate habitual actions into your life, they begin to work automatically. You don't have to think about what to do anymore. You just act. These rituals can range from morning exercises to journaling or reading philosophical texts. The important thing is that they keep you focused and help you move towards your goals. In addition, it is important to remember that silence and discipline are interconnected. Silence gives you space to work on yourself, and discipline helps you not to waste this space on empty words and deeds. They complement each other, and together create the foundation on which success is built. But maintaining silence and discipline is not just a matter of personal strength. It's also a matter of environment. The people you spend time with can greatly influence your mood and motivation. So it's important to surround yourself with people who support your commitment to silence and discipline. This doesn't mean you should give up socializing. But it's important to realize that not all conversations are equally beneficial to your journey. Avoid unnecessary discussions that don't benefit you or your goals. Being surrounded also helps you stay accountable. When you have people who share your values, they can support you in difficult moments. They understand why you are quiet and don't share your plans. And that gives you extra confidence that you are on the right path. Finally, keeping discipline and silence helps you realize your ultimate goal. When you clearly know what you are working for, every step becomes meaningful. You begin to see the big picture, and this gives you the power to overcome temporary difficulties. Silence becomes not just a temporary strategy, but a way of life. Discipline is the tool that helps you move toward that goal every day, without getting distracted by the little things. So silence and discipline are the two key elements of your success. One supports the other, and together they create the indestructible force that allows you to achieve great goals. But our journey to understanding success doesn't end there. Silence and discipline are not just tools for external success. They profoundly affect how you feel inside. Many people mistakenly believe that confidence comes with recognition and praise from others. But this is an illusion. Real confidence comes not from external sources, but from inner strength. And this strength is tempered by silence and discipline. When you don't talk about your plans, you begin to rely only on yourself. You no longer have those supports that usually give approval and recognition from others. But this is not a weakness, on the contrary, it is your greatest strength. You learn to build your confidence on real achievements, not on words. This makes you independent and strong. After all, if your confidence is based on the opinion of others, it can just as easily be destroyed. but when it is built on your own experience, no one can shake it. Silence gives you the opportunity to concentrate on what really matters. When no one knows about your plans, you don't have to worry about how you will be perceived, how you will be looked at. You are free from other people's expectations. And this freedom gives you the confidence to move forward in your own way. You learn to rely on your own strength, not on support or approval from others. This is the key to inner confidence. But confidence isn't just about not being afraid of the opinions of others. It's also about believing that you can handle any challenge that comes your way. And that belief is built through discipline. Every day that you set a goal and achieve it, you build your confidence. Each small accomplishment is another brick in the foundation of your inner strength. Discipline makes you realize that you are capable of more than you thought. Every time you overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you can handle any circumstance. This is true confidence, not just believing in your abilities, but knowing that you have overcome challenges before and can do it again. Discipline turns your goals into real results, and that is the best source of confidence. Silence and discipline also help you develop inner stability. In a world full of change and unpredictability, stability is a great asset. When you know you can control your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you become unshakable. Silence gives you space for self-knowledge, and discipline helps you structure that knowledge into concrete actions. Together, they create an inner core that remains strong despite external circumstances. Stoicism talks a lot about the importance of inner strength. The Stoics believe that real success is not wealth, fame, or power. It is the ability to remain calm and confident in all circumstances. And it is through silence and discipline that this strength is tempered. When you do not need external approval, when you can rely only on yourself and your actions, you become a true master of your life. In addition, silence and discipline help you maintain emotional stability. When you remain silent, you learn to better control your emotions. You don't react impulsively to every provocation or comment. You become more balanced and centered. This gives you a huge advantage in life because you are no longer subject to external fluctuations. You maintain an inner balance that helps you make decisions from a state of calmness and confidence. Discipline also helps you develop emotional resilience. Every time you face and overcome challenges, you learn to deal with the emotions that can hinder your progress. Fear, doubt, anxiety. All these feelings cease to be obstacles because you have learned to manage them through action. Discipline is not just about working on goals, it is also about working on yourself, on your inner states. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the ability to separate what you can control from what is out of your control. Silence and discipline help you focus on exactly what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. It gives you a sense of confidence and power because you no longer waste time and energy on what is out of your hands. You learn to focus on what is really important for your success and your inner growth. Thus, silence and discipline are the keys to developing inner confidence and strength. They help you build your confidence on real accomplishments rather than external evaluations. They teach you to manage your emotions and maintain inner stability despite external circumstances. Most importantly, they give you the power to move forward without regard to the opinions and expectations of others. This is true freedom. The freedom to be yourself and go your own way no matter what. Long-term success. How silence and discipline help to maintain what has been achieved. Achieving success is one thing. Maintaining it is quite another. History is full of examples of people who rose quickly, but also fell quickly. But why is this the case? Because success is not an endpoint. It is a process that requires constant attention and work. And here silence and discipline become your faithful allies that help you not only to reach heights, but also to stay on those heights. After achieving your first successes, there is a natural desire to share them with the world. To talk about your achievements, to receive recognition and praise. This can be very gratifying, but here lies one of the biggest traps. When we start talking too much about our successes, we lose focus on what is really important. We get distracted by external factors like praise, approval, or even the envy of others. But the real work begins when success has already been achieved. And to stay at that level, it takes even more silence and even more discipline. Silence helps you remain humble about your achievements. It reminds you that success is not the final point, but just one step on the way. When you remain silent about your achievements, you allow yourself to keep going. You keep your mind clear and don't let outside distractions get you off track. Silence after success is a sign that you are ready for new accomplishments, that you are not resting on your laurels, but continuing to move forward. Discipline plays an even more important role in this process. If you were disciplined on the way to success, you need to redouble your efforts once it is achieved. Success can give you a false sense of confidence that everything will now be easy and without obstacles. But this is an illusion. Once you reach the heights, the path becomes even more difficult because the demands on you increase. You need to not only maintain the level you have reached, but also continue to evolve so that you don't lose your position. To maintain your success, you need to stay focused on your path. Here again, silence plays an important role. When you don't share your plans, you don't create unnecessary pressure on yourself. You don't give others the opportunity to interfere in your process or criticize your actions. This protects you from unnecessary stress and helps you focus on your work. Silence is your protection from the outside world, which gives you the opportunity to work on your goals at your own pace. Discipline also helps you maintain regularity in your actions. By developing a habit of discipline, you create a system that keeps you going even when times get tough. When you're used to taking regular action, whether it's exercising in the morning, planning your day, or working on a project, it becomes easier to keep moving forward, even if your motivation fades at times. Discipline turns success into a system rather than a single accomplishment. Another important aspect of long-term success is the ability to keep going. Many people, after reaching one goal, relax and stop working on themselves. This causes their success to fade. But if you learn to keep silence and discipline even after reaching a goal, you can avoid this mistake. Silence reminds you that there is still a lot of work to be done, and discipline helps you to keep going every day, even if it seems that everything has been accomplished. Success is not only a result, but also a process. It's a constant progression, and to keep this process going, you need to keep the same energy you had at the beginning of your journey. Silence and discipline help you maintain this energy. They remind you that success is not an endpoint, but only one of the steps. And if you want to stay on top, you need to keep working on yourself every day. Finally, silence and discipline help you avoid the common mistake of being overconfident. When success comes, it feels like you don't have to put in so much effort. But that's a misconception. That's when you need even more focus and even more work on yourself. Silence helps you stay humble and discipline helps you stay on track. Together, they become your internal compass that guides you to greater success. Now you understand. Silence is not a weakness, but an incredible strength. When you keep your plans to yourself, you retain the energy you need to realize them. In a world where everyone is so eager to tout their successes, you will stand out for your modesty, your hard work, and your real results. Success doesn't require explanations. It requires action. Your task is not to seek approval, but to follow your path in silence, because that's the only way you can truly achieve your goals. Remember, every step you take without words brings you closer to what you want to become. If this video has inspired you to act, if you feel that something new, something strong has awakened inside you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here you will find more wisdom, more ideas that will help you become stronger, smarter, and more successful. Give this content a like to support it. And be sure to write in the comments what goals are you going to achieve without telling anyone. Share your thoughts, but not your plans. You have great things ahead of you. But remember, silence is your strength. Be silent, take action, and the world will see your success when the time is right.